Look, I'm about to call off a whole entire industry right now. And honestly, I don't care if it pisses some people off. If you've ever paid someone thousands of dollars for business advice that don't work, if you've ever felt like you were sold some cookie cutter system that had nothing to do with your actual business, you gotta hear this. I'm Tyler of Inspired Method, and I help people level up, not in just what they do, but in how they think and show up every single day. I've spent years coaching people in fitness and leading teams and studying what actually make top tier businesses, especially luxury brands. And here's what I've noticed. The business coaching space is full of people trying to sell dreams instead of actual systems. So today I'm going to be breaking down why most of business coaches are actually full of BS. And more importantly, how to spot the ones that actually know what they're doing. Here's the first red flag. Most coaches have never built the actual businesses you're trying to build. They've never dealt with hiring, never had to manage payroll, never had an angry customer blowing up the phone at 2 a.m. You know what they have done? They sold coaching. Their only business is selling you another business. Just raise your prices. Just run Facebook ads. Just build a personal brand. Cool. But have you ever tried raising your prices and you wasn't scared that your customers will leave you? Have you ever burned through ad budget with zero returns? Actual zeros? That is the difference between theory and reality. Our inspired method were different. Trevor, our founder, he spent 10 years as an electrician while running multiple businesses. He knows what it's like in the trenches. He actually gets in the dirt. Karen ran multiple businesses.
And Josh Pearl, who is Canada's top-rated fractional CFO.
You can find him on YouTube, by the way. He has the Beat the Odds podcast, a great podcast, by the way. He has been advising small businesses for over 2 decades. We're not just coaches, we've been you, and that matters. So the thing is, though, most coaches are trying to sell you a one-size-fits-all type of system. The same proven framework they're selling to a tech startup, but they're selling it to you, and you're a plumber or an electrician or you do HVAC or even a salon owner, and it would never work. Have you ever wondered why? Service businesses have completely different challenges. You're dealing with local markets, skilled labor shortages, seasonal fluctuations. You cannot just automate everything when your business depends on showing up at somebody's door. But these coaches just don't care. They want to sell you a $5,000 course, and they're going to shove it down your throat, whether it fits or not. But here's the truth though. If someone is trying to give you advice without understanding your struggles, your business, your market, they're not a coach. They're basically a salesperson. And a lot of times they are selling you motivations instead of something to actually implement. Scale to 7 figures, build the business of your dreams, change your life. And I'm not gonna lie, all of that sounds really incredible. You get hyped up, you sign up, and then what? They give you a PDF, maybe a couple of group coaching calls, where you never really get actually personalized attention. And a lot of times you are left thinking, what now? You don't need more motivation. Motivation is just a myth. You actually need some more systems that actually work for your service business. Here's what you need. You need someone to tell you, here's 3 actions. Here's 3 actions that you need to do this week. We have to work on them. Next week, we're going to hop on a call, and then we're going to see what you did last week. Was there any success? Was that 90%? Was that 80%? And then we're going to work on that. That's why at Inspired Method, we meet our clients every week. Not monthly, not quarterly, every single week. Because we know that plans without executions are just like expensive PDFs that are sitting in your downloads folder. We don't just pump you up and just disappear. We actually stick by you step by step until we build your actual business. Here's a couple red flags I'm going to walk you guys through for you to actually know if you're actually dealing with an actual coach or it's just somebody trying to get you money. Basically, red flag one, if they don't ask about your numbers. If someone does not ask about your numbers in a business, please run. Please run.
A real coach wants to see your P&L.
They want to understand your margins, your customers, your average transaction value. They want to understand every aspect of your business for them to actually make decisions on what you need to improve on. Why? It's because you cannot build any strategies without any data. If someone's pitching you a $10,000 program and not even knowing if you could afford it or not, or it would actually solve your problem, they don't really care about your success. They care about their commission and what they're going to get out of you. That's why at Inspired Method, we start with a free consultation at first for us to understand you and for you to understand us, and we can see if we're actually a good fit. All we do is ask you questions, knowing about your business. What do you do? How do you make your money? We want to look at your numbers. What are you doing for your marketing? Everything about your business we want to know about for us to actually understand if we're actually a good fit or not. And if we are the right fit, we will tell you and we'll point you in the right direction because that's what real coaches do. Red flag number two, it will be anyone that's promising you a seven-figure business in 90 days. Real growth actually takes time, real time. Real systems really take time to build. And because you didn't get stuck overnight, you're not going to get unstuck overnight. It doesn't work like that. Can you see any results in 90 days? Absolutely. Better marketing, more leads, more calls, clearer systems, or scaling to seven figures is just delusional in 90 days. That's why here at Inspired Method, we tell our clients the truth. We walk them through the truth. We walk them through real numbers, real businesses that actually work with us and how we were able to scale them. We always say this is going to take work, this is going to take time, but if you are able to commit, we will get you there. We're not here to sell you any hype. Like Trevor always says, I'm not here to sell you a bag of rocks telling you it's actually potatoes. So now we're going to talk about the green flags that actual coaches have and for you to actually know if you're working with someone real. The first green flag is that they actually have actually done it themselves. They actually grew a business. Not I helped the client do this, but I built this, I failed, I tried, and I did it again, and I succeeded. That's the difference between theory and actual experience. Trevor or Josh or Karen, they didn't just study business. They ran businesses. They made mistakes. They figured it out. That's who you want in your corner. Someone who actually did it themselves. Someone who's been in your shoes and knows how to walk you out of there. Second green flag. They're actually selling systems, not just selling shortcuts. Here's something about real coaches. They don't promise hacks. They don't say, do this weird trick and you'll blow up. They say, here's how to build a hiring process. Here's what to do to sell some more. Here's how to create a marketing system. Here's how to manage your finances. Systems scale, but hacks, absolutely not. Here's why our clients actually trust us at Inspired Method. Because we're actually not like everybody else. Our team has real experience. Trevor was in the trades. I was in fitness. Karen built multiple businesses. And Josh is a CPA with 20 plus years of experience. We're not just theory, we're practitioners. And we don't just hand you a plan and walk away. We meet with you weekly, not monthly, not quarterly, but weekly. We make sure to hold you accountable to your goals. We focus on three things. First, build profit, and that's through smarter systems and actually premium positioning. Number two is building a team that actually execute without micromanagement or constant overlook. And third, we help you build a life that you actually want to live. That's not surface level marketing. This is real transformation. A real talk, we're not for everyone. If you're looking for a magic solution, we're not your people. If you're not willing to do any work and you think it's going to be easy, we're not your people either. But if you're ready to look at the hard truth about your business and if you're ready to build something real, then let's talk. If this resonates with you, here's what to do. Go to inspiredmethod.com and book a discovery call. We'll look at your business, we'll look at your numbers, and we'll tell you honestly if we can actually help you. And if we can't, we'll point you in the right direction and what you actually need to do. No BS, no hard sell, no pressure, just straight up truth. Look, I probably made some coaches mad with this video, but I honestly don't really care because this industry really needs some truth and less hype. You didn't start your business for you to chase some guru's dream. You started the business to build something better for you and for your family. You deserve a coach that actually understands that. If this video helped you, share it with another business owner that you think has been burned with these gurus and whatever we call them. And if you're ready to work with people that actually give a damn, you know where to find us. I'm Ty, and I'll see you in the next one.